Hi, my name is Kim Fuller, and I am founder and owner of Fuller Life Concepts, where I help moms and entrepreneurs stay accountable to their goals. So, what is getting in the way? My greatest aspiration is to live a happy, healthy, and wealthy life. And I assume you do too. And I ask myself from time to time, what is the barrier that's getting in the way of these goals? I also ask the same kind of questions to my clients. Because what happens is we are not always aware of how our environment, how our lives, the way we think, the way we feel, and the actions we take, we're not always connecting how they are really impacting us living a happy, healthy, and have wealthy life. And that's what I aspire to do, and I want you to, join me if it fits for you. One of the things that I experience is that this time of year, it's beginning of the Lenten season, and there's a time to reflect on ways to become more healthy, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and all those combined. And what I decided to do was I decided to to fast from judgment. I know, to fast from judgment. I mean, I don't eat meat, so why use that one? And that's judgment of self and judgment of others. And to slow myself down, because what typically happens, like this morning, running late, taking my daughter to school, doing all these other kind of activities, having some coaching calls this morning, and it was 9:30, and usually I'm getting close to second breakfast. I hadn't eaten anything, and I hadn't even had a glass of water. The first thing that I did was, oh my God, that's awful, that's bad, and I started judging myself and saying negative things. So that's question one, is what is the barrier? What are the thoughts and feelings that are becoming a barrier? And for me, it's, oh my God, that's awful. The second is, what kind of behaviors or activities do I need to think about, changing, reducing, improving so that I can be different next time? And also, I begin to ask myself, what is it that I need that's going to help support me towards my goal of non-judgment? And I realized that putting all these things together helps to continue to propel me towards this ideal of living happy, healthy, wealthy life. And part of being healthy is the emotional component of not being so self-judgmental and also not judging others. It's a huge task that I am willing to undertake for the next 40 days and beyond. And I encourage you to find some place where you can be quiet and you can express and explore what is happening for you. Like, what is your goal and what are your barriers to your goal? Here's another real concrete example. I have a client whose goal is to save $100 a month. And that's part of the goal for budgeting, emergency fund, and then just having a savings to fall back on. And some of the thoughts and feelings is, oh my God, I don't want to save. I don't want to keep myself from spending money, because it's always, it's never about just having fun and being spontaneous. It's always about planning, and that's not fun, and that's too structured. And so what she tells herself is it's too structured, it's not fun. So that's what she thinks, and that's what she feels, kind of bored around it. So what does she do? She does shop therapy. But how is that behavior helping her get towards her goal? It's not at all. And so I ask her, what is it that you need? And what she needs is to have a way to fill that need of spontaneity, and not have to always feel like she's on restriction from things that she enjoys. And how can she get that in another way, form, or fashion? And so my challenge to her was, why don't you write about it or do some kind of talking about it? Talk therapy helps too. And I asked her, what is it that you need right now? And she said she needs a community of people who are going to support her through these behaviors. And she needs some coaching around it to really explore some of those inner thoughts and feelings. And she also needs to give herself a break and stop being so harsh on herself. That's simple, right? And so she's joined the All-In Accountability Group. So my challenge for you this week and beyond is to ask yourself those three questions. The first is, what is your goal? And the next question is, what kinds of barriers do you have to that goal? And then the third question is, what keeps you from taking action? And the last is, what is it that you need? Do you need a community? Do you need resources and information? Do you need to hire a coach or a mentor? What is it that you need? So I'm Kim Fuller with Fuller Life Concepts, and I believe a fuller life is possible. And I look forward to talking with you next week. Bye.